Jeff Graves, and this is your XWA Quest for Gold 2012 update. If you weren't there in attendance at our 5th Quest for Gold, then you missed one of the best nights of XWA wrestling action. It began with an XWA Elite title match as Johnny Versace defended the title against the working class hero James Steele. It was great, back and forth action, but the question on everyone's mind is, where was Steele's manager, Isabella Bliss?
I'm guessing she realized she was with a working class zero and decided to cut and run on that scruffy looking caveman.
That being said, Versace did best the man from Sussex with a quick pull of the tights.
Oh, pull of the... He is a fashion-conscious man. He was pulling up the tights of James Steele, so we didn't have to see that. I don't need to see it. You don't need to see it. As I said before, the fans definitely do not need to see it.
The XWA Tag Team titles were up for grabs as the #1 contenders, the R&R Express, took on the Wave Riders. It was a great match back and forth, but the brothers from the sunny coast of California bested the cousins from the Hanwell Trailer Park. In a unique turn of events, at a show the next night in Fredericton, the R&R Express took the titles from the Wave Riders, so we now have new XWA Tag Team Champions.
Great. No one wins in that contest. Either our tag champs are surfer bums from California or inbred rednecks from the park.
Would you rather they be strippers from Montreal?
Yes, I would.
In what Mr. Graves referred to as a cakewalk, the reunited Above Average took on Jeff's CPFs, the Frat, in a brutal match that had thumbtacks, kendo sticks, high-flying leaps off of trailers, and much more, leaving the fans out of their seats for the entire match.
Yeah, above average. Above average cheaters is like it. They couldn't get the job done with a straight wrestling match, so they had to resort to all that garbage with sticks and cans and you know, even the word that the pledge, it was all his fault. That's who it was. He had one thing to do. And he screwed that up too.
The match was so brutal that Dazzling Dick Durning blew his quad and is now out of action for the next month. To see exactly how brutal we mean, check out these clips. In a great feud that has been boiling and boiling for months, John Striker finally got his hands on Wesley Pipes in a great back-and-forth contest.
Back and forth, great back and forth. Every match is a great back and forth with you. Do you have any other descriptive phrases to describe a wrestling match? It was a brutal, fantastic, vicious beatdown by my close personal friend, Wesley Pipes. He gave John Striker the beatdown he deserved. I don't care about the fans, but I loved every second of it.
It was a great match, but as Jeff said, Wesley came out with a 1-2-3 on John Striker.
And that's what you do with rabid animals. You put them down.
Next up, the demonic casket match between Barstool Bailey and Nightmare. Barstool has been on the warpath all year round, and Nightmare was chomping at the bit to get a hold of the Irishman from Wexford. Flanked by his cloaked minions and a casket sporting Bailey's logo, the brooding behemoth squared off against Bailey. The Irishman seemingly more calm and collected than he has been the last couple of months, giving Nightmare a fight that he wouldn't forget, brutalizing Nightmare's own custom casket that he made for Barstool Bailey.
You see? Brains. Bailey is not afraid of caskets.
That being said, the match was at a standstill. No one knew how it was going to turn up until Nightmare quickly rose, summoned his minions, and got a casket from his own personal collection.
You know, that ending was a load of goat crap, okay? Bailey destroyed the casket, sure, but then he pieced it back together, folded it up around Nightmare, and that should have been a victory for Barstool Bailey. Those refs are clearly on the take.
That being said, Nightmare did end up the winner in that casket match. And in our main event in the evening, a main event that Nelson Hum gave us updates on all night, we finally would get to see just would Julius Fantana be there to take on Shahir Razul. Right up until the very last minute, Razul and the Sheik were gloating in the ring, and just as Nelson was about to declare Razul the winner, for the third time Julius Fantana's music hit, he exploded from the entrance with an equalizer in hand.
You say equalizer, I say tramposo! This just proves that he's been faking it all along, and you can't trust a guy in a mask.
That being said, Razul, much to the chagrin of all the XWA fans, is still our XWA heavyweight champion as he beat the man from Cuba. This leaves everyone wondering, what is it going to take to beat Shahir Razul?
I'm guessing something maybe short of a NATO airstrike. The man is intense and talented. And he's got the greatest manager in the XWA behind him, the Sheik.
Come see the Fallout live as this month XWA Wrestling presents Aftermath, Saturday, October 6th at the Samuel de Champlain Center. Bell time at 7:30 p.m.
Don't you dare miss it.